Hello, folks. Welcome again. I am not the fat bastard like that thumbnail showed, but I am the one, the only Hobo Tom, and you're watching the Hobo and Girlfriend. I'm still working on that. It seemed like a good name at the time. Wrestling show. Again, there's only one of me, so you have here Hobo Tom, although I did say hi to a couple fun people over at the wrestling show tonight. Woohoo! Because WWE was in town for a live event, and wow, my handwriting isn't as bad as I thought it was. Indeed. I did run that thing low. But yes, I am coming from the holiday tour, WWE Live Holiday Tour. Yeah, WWE presents Live Holiday Tour at the Ocean Center here in Daytona Beach, Florida. They do not do a meet and greet, and I didn't feel like waiting in line for people. I just wanted to get my seat because I was kind of nervous because this was the first time I ever bought tickets there. So it was, well, I'll do that again because I'll tell you what, I don't know what it is with these Daytona Beach wrestling fans, but wow, there weren't a lot of them there, as you can tell by this video, which is a warm up as to what to expect.
On the WWE Holiday Live Tour, and we want to hear from you guys all night long on Twitter, so make sure you use the official hashtag of the evening, WWE Daytona Beach. Communicate with each other as well as with the superstars in the back. And talk to you guys down here. You guys got great seats over here. You guys look like you're ready. Are you ready? Is this your first time at WWE Live?
No.
How many times have you been here, sir? 3 times. What's your name? Jason and Andrew. You guys are friends. Let's see your shirts. Oh, brothers. Awesome. So have you gone with him every single time he's at WWE? What's some of your favorite matches that you've seen here?
Daniel Bryan in a cage match.
Daniel Bryan in a cage match. What about you?
I like Shinsuke.
Shinsuke. All right. Well, you guys have great seats. Have a good time tonight. Show here tonight. All right, guys, speaking of the superstars here tonight, we've got a huge night ahead of us. Not 1, not 2, but 3 championship titles are going to be defended here at Daytona. It's a new day, yes it is. Big E, Kofi Kingston, your SmackDown Tag Team Champions are here. The SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley, is in action. You're going to your Heart Foundation. I like your shirt. Who are you excited to see here tonight?
I am excited to see the revival of the Guys.
The Top Guys. Well, the Top Guys are here tonight. Let me see, do we have any fans here of the Big Dog? Roman is in action. And I'm sure you guys can see the elephant in the room here. The steel structure looming over the ring. That can only mean one thing. There is a steel cage match here in Daytona. Guys, the steel cage match is for the Universal Championship. We got a lot of action coming up here tonight, Daytona, but before we get to the action, I just want to take a minute to say that I can't believe we are already in December. It's already time for the holidays. And here in WWE, we have had an incredible year, but the women's division has had the most incredible year here in WWE. And right now, why don't we take a look at Lacey Evans' Pick of the Week.
WWE superstar Lacey Evans, and my WWE Network pick of the week would have to be WWE Day of Crown Jewel from
So what happened is that WWE kind of does its house show tours here in Florida every so often. A lot of wrestlers are based in Florida. And so they had a live show here in Daytona Beach. I had off today from work. I decided to go just so I can show you guys what you're missing. You do not go to live events. I'll tell you what, the live event was fun. My first impressions, wow, is this an empty stadium or what? And I'll tell you what, the convention center was, I don't even think it was half full. Only because you'll have the perspective from two different seating areas. Because that's why I'm Hobo Tom. My seat was pretty good. It was at the bottom of the upper section. Eventually, I just moved down to the top of the lower section. No one cares because I scoured those seats out kind of all show. No one sat there, and they're like, security is just like, dude, I'm getting $8 an hour. Just don't start a riot. And just don't videotape the whole thing. Take your videos. Take a breather every so often. And they're done. But wow, it was really empty. And whoa! I know the reason why I don't drink beer at these matches. Normally it's because I have to drive home. Cops would just sniff my truck with alcohol in it and they'd pull me over and arrest me and beat me and tase me probably. But the beer costs $10. I learned that from the people around me. And it's always fun to talk to people around me because for the most part, unless you are that wrestling fan, you always find that wrestling fan. It was neat because in line, I was talking to a guy and they're like, "Whoa, NXT is like $10, well, 11. I think front row seats is like $20." But he's like, "Dude, I got these tickets for 37. Dude, NXT is like 20. Like it's just a matter of time." He's like, "Really?" It's like, "Man, I've been a wrestling fan for a while." It's like, dude, I remember the AWA. Okay, I've been a wrestling fan for a while. Rumors was the Fiend was there because there was a steel cage there. And Daytona Beach, it's always an odd crowd. You get your mix of hookers, meth heads, weirdos, old people who are afraid they're going to die waiting in like line too deep. People arguing about what seats are available. I don't know. I just go there. If I really wanted to get those seats, I would have paid the premium to get them. If not, I'm happy. I just say, dude, give me a $17 seat by the aisle. They're like, that's it? Like, yep. They were shocked it was that simple. But we have a whole bunch of matches lined up for tonight. Actually, some were pretty good. Again, if this was a SmackDown minus the attendance, this actually would have probably been a pretty good SmackDown. So we had the New Day showing up. The Fiend was there. Bayley was there. That's definitely SmackDown level quality matches. To begin with, it was so cool because some guy offered the dad and two of his kids a chance to move up seats. And more importantly than that, they were rewarded with their dad's wrestling knowledge. Because their kids got everything correct. They got upgraded to front row seats. And more so than that, for the father, I'm sure the father enjoyed those front row seats. I'm sure the father liked being escorted by Carmella to those front row seats.
WWE Live.
I'm sure the dad liked it. I'm sure the kids loved it. I'm sure once Carmella showed up, the dad's like, yeah. So then, again, they had a little preview of Ali. And there was a thing with Lacey Evans there. I think I got part of that. I don't know, it's probably one of those past videos I showed. I actually got a lot of videos because, again, this is Daytona Beach. If you're not starting a riot, having public sex, publicly doing cocaine, oh, they might join in for those last two. Ooh, I should revise my list. You're not causing a riot. You don't have a knife with you. I guess if you don't have a gun, that's good. Maybe they expect you to have a gun. I don't know. Not doing other really miscreant behaviors. They don't care. Just on videotape the whole thing and say it's yours. Just like, dude, you want your videos. I just want to go on I just want to take a nap. I tell you what, the other thing is that those seats are tiny, and there's some really fat people there. Not the good fat. I mean the FAT people, not PHAT people. Well, there were plenty of fat PHAT booties around. And Daytona crowds, so weird. Hawkers! Yeah, that's about right. Or to a wrestling event, escorts. But enough about that. Let's talk about some wrestling! Remember, every wrestling match should start off with a headbutt to the wrist. Or in the case of the Revival versus the New Day versus Heavy Machinery, a lot of gyrations, folks. Woo!
The following contest is a triple threat elimination match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship.
Don't you dare be sour!
Again, this is a match that actually could have been on SmackDown. It was that good. Big E. What was Big E doing this whole time? Again, there was a tease of the shirt toss by the Revival. They're so good at heels. Someone did get a shirt after Otis stuffed it down his trunks. Otis is just amazing. You could hear Otis talk all the way where I was sitting to begin with. That's amazing. Otis and Tucky, again, the New Day, like they twerk. It's like a dance. There's a Big E does a split. Otis and Tucker hug it out because the Revival chose to hug it out. They even hugged it out with the ref. Oh, he's going to see get the ref involved. I'll tell you what, this crowd was hot for this team. For the most part, when the actual wrestling match started, besides all the antics, again, very classic wrestling match. The Revival is so good. Oh, the rope running. Otis can be heard. He could be heard in an open air stadium. He has amazing lungs. Again, classic Revival. Again, doing the double team. Woo! Those chops were good. I have to realize that I don't write that big. Even I can't see. Let's see here, what else was this? Again, it's just some good stuff. Really, until they New Day did the double drop kick, and then Otis and B got in. All that beef. I mean, the Revival's definitely heels. I mean, they want it to be a true wrestling match. thing is that I like the crowd gets into it. Once the crowd gets psyched up, everyone gets psyched up. Otis is amazing. I have him doing the worm, hulking up again, eating those chops like a champ. This was an elimination three-way, so Heavy Machinery gets they get rolled up again. Revival. There's so much trunk there. It's hard not to do it because there was a blind tag. Unfortunately, Dawson got compacted, but Wild was the legal man, or it might have been the other way around. I don't know. You'll probably see it in the video. I think I got that on the video. Then the SOS is no longer a finishing move because one of the Revival kicked out of that. However, that double DDT. Oh, again, classic Revival tag team move. Eventually, New Day do win with a combination of Trouble in Paradise and Big E something. This was amazing opening match. I was shocked that they had this match first. This was a surf and turf match. My only reservation with WWE is they suffer from what a lot of wrestling promotions suffer from, and that is weird booking order, because this was an amazing match. Why it was first, I can kind of see why, but still, this could have really been the main event on any SmackDown. Because then the next match, we have Sasha Banks taking on Nikki Cross. And this was much more of a classic wrestling match, although Nikki does go crazy for a little bit. Then she starts doing roll-ups all over the place. But again, crazy Nikki is best Nikki. Sasha Banks hits. I start saying, I marked students down for doing that. I should make myself drink more. In fact, I think I will drink because I said, Not quite the eat the onion punishment of Murtaugh from the Lethal Weapon series, or Murdoch, whatever his name is, or his character was, but it shall suffice. So with this again, those quick double knees by Sasha Banks, kind of classic good stuff. The flying Nikki fly. She's amazing when she flies. Nikki actually did win. She rolled up Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is on a little bit of a lose streak. That's not going to make her partner Bayley happy. But again, Nikki Cross won. It was a good cheeseburger match. Then we had Cesaro versus Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali cut a little promo before how happy he was to be here in Daytona Beach and how happy he was to be fed those lines. This was a fun match. Ali's really good when it comes to running the ropes. However, Cesaro in tights doesn't look as impressive as Cesaro in trunks for whatever reason. If he wore black trunks and black boots, that would be pretty cool looking. Be badass looking. Instead, he just has the tights on, and that's not bad. It just makes his legs look tiny because you don't see the beef, the musculature, the vascularity of his legs. Yeah, I need a girlfriend. With that being said, it was a classic wrestling match. It's hard to follow up the first match. I don't know how they managed to do it. A lot slower, getting into that realm of headlock mania. With that being said, Ali could still did his flippy stuff. Cesaro still did this Swiss swing, Superman swing, whatever he calls it. The crowd was calling for it. Swing, 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 swing. He obliged the crowd. To this, the crowd was calling it spots, and it makes it fun when the wrestlers oblige. It gives the audience something to do. Then there was the tease of the 054 by Ali. This just was a long match. It had a very slow pace, especially for Mustafa Ali. He did win with a tornado DDT, which is more of his signature than his finisher. Ali won though. It's bad. It just seemed to slog on. This match was a ham sandwich. And our next match of the evening, and this was weird because you saw the steel cage hanging ominously from the rafters. Because the next match was a steel cage match. And you know, if it's a steel cage, especially when they said for the Universal title, the Fiend's been relegated to the mid card. That can't be good. It was Sami Zayn introducing Shinsuke Nakamura, and then the Fiend shows up.
What's the main event gonna be then? They're doing this early. Okay. There we go. Get in that cage.
The rules of the match are as follows. The only way to win the match is by pinfall, submission, or by escaping the cage and both feet touching the floor.
Right now.
Sami Zayn is here. He's got a couple things he wants to say, so please, just shut your mouth for a minute, all right? Sit down and shut your mouth before I come over that doorbell and slap you in the face. I'm not a big game child. Watch yourself. You know, sometimes I think that I should just get my head checked because I actually left the beautiful country of Canada to come here and live in Florida amongst all you savages. Savages! You are so stupid! Oh my god! The USA champ, the pinnacle of stupidity. That's not even what makes me the sickest when it comes to Floridians. What really makes me sick about you, it's not just that you lack basic education. It's an artist. This man is a rock star. This man is your Intercontinental Champion, and he will be the winner of tonight's steel cage match. Show some respect for Shinsuke Nakamura!
I still kind of miss the old-fashioned blue cage. It was something different. I think they need to bring the blue cage back. The steel cage, why so early? Like, this could have. I understand. I know what the main event. Granted, I know what the main event was. I guess this was a good way to send the audience to intermission, but still, this is. They have to realize this is Daytona Beach. A lot of people leave at the intermission, which is not good. So with this, the whole match started off outside the ring. The Fiend could not make it into the cage yet. Gets jumped by Shinsuke Nakamura on the outside. Gets beat up for his troubles there. Amazing entrance by the Fiend. They did continue with that red light theme. People did grumble about it. It's not as bad in person. I think the TV makes it look even redder. If that's a thing, it could also just be the stage effect. This was a house show, not the televised event. There was the neck snap by The Fiend, and some good action inside and outside of the ring. Again, outside to begin, then they finally did get inside. And that's where the action picked up because Shinsuke did bring a table in, and I'm like, ooh, table spot.
Last steel cage match I saw at a house show was in Jacksonville. And they constructed the cage right before the match. It was seen against the Hobo show. And that cage I thought was going to happen.
Eventually, Sami Zayn gets involved too. Sami Zayn's on the outside, and because it's that flimsy chain link fence, he was able, whenever the Fiend was close enough to the cage, mainly when the Fiend was between the cage and the rope, because there's weird space, the weird apron space, and then Sami Zayn would just whack him in the back with a steel chair. Eventually, he did toss a kendo stick. Shinsuke used a kendo stick. And whoa! Shinsuke has to be careful when he tossed that kendo stick. He almost took the referee out. This was kind of weird because there was no table spot during the match. The Fiend did win via Sister Abigail in a really weird ham sandwich match. And the only reason why it was a ham sandwich, it seemed really short and truncated. They could have done this a little bit longer. If the show lasted to 10 instead of 9:45, I'd be fine with that to get an extra 10 minutes of a steel cage match. I'll tell you what, Shinsuke Nakamura did not hold back, nor did The Fiend. And then in the fact at the end, after Shinsuke Nakamura got pinned in the ring inside a steel cage, Sami Zayn came in. He set up the table. Sami Zayn needs to learn. And this is when I decided to change seats. Because I realized that all those seats in the Ocean Center have to be at least 20 years old and fit midgets. And I know that's terrible to say, but even some like average people were like, these chairs suck. And the beer's too expensive. So I changed seats. I moved down. You can obviously tell if you are a videographer by my change of angles in the videos I'll show. Because the next match we have Drew Gulak versus Shorty G. This was again your typical classical wrestling match that you're gonna get out of these two. The rope running was good. Rope running into the ankle lock. Again, a lot of technical wrestling going on in this match. It was fun. I think the crowd was kind of somewhat waning a little bit from everything they saw because the Fiend shows up, you're like this, and then the Fiend wins in a lackluster thing, and you're like, oh, okay. Then you go to get your break. You have to wait in line for concessions. By the way, those concession stand lines are way too long. I do understand why they have this match here, so this way you can finish up getting your pretzel and way overpriced beer. I don't think I even got a wrestling cup. I'm just like not feeling it today. I didn't feel like waiting in line for a $5 soda and a $3 pretzel, which isn't bad. I just didn't feel like it. I knew I could come home, have a nice cold, frosty beverage waiting for me. And some breakfast sandwiches that I'm going to cook up later. Again, this was kind of a fun match. Shorty G's bridging ability is on par with any jiu-jitsu, judo, or collegiate wrestler I've ever seen. And those slaps and chops they were exchanging, ooh, that made my chest hurt, folks. Then Shorty G had a trifecta of cannonball, kind of spinning heel kicks to the corner. And then he gets the ankle lock again. He sits down into it. Great binds the leg. Drew Gulak has to tap out or risk permanent injury. And Shorty G won. Again, it just feel lackluster. There was action, but it was kind of slow paced. It's a ham sandwich of a match. Then we had Bayley taking on Carmella. Fabuls. Fabulous. Because Daytona Beach is he Thadione. No methadone. I don't know what I'm saying. Hobo-ish. Daytona Beach is Hobotom. Hobo Tom. Yeah, if she said that, I would have lost. But it's Bayley versus Carmella in this match.
Making everybody sing because they know that Carmella is the hottest chick in the ring. Do I love Daytona? My answer is yes. It's F-A-B-U-L-O-U-S. your vote charity auction winner, Peyton Smith. From Staten Island, Carmella. And her opponent, from San Jose, California, she is the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley.
And for this match, the crowd again was kind of dead. Carmella does her little rock coming in, and wow, Carmella's booty's even more booty-like in real life. Like you always figure that the TV does something to like enhance stuff and make things bigger. But wow, in real life, there's definitely a bottom shelf to her booty, and the outfit she wears is like it's like wearing underwear. I don't know how she knows it's there. I don't know how it stays in place either. I don't know. That's amazing. Bayley does the typical heel stuff and smacks Carmella around. Carmella just, whoa! She had the one slap and a half. Only thing is that then they were doing the kicks in the corner, and you could tell she was really pulling those kicks. And I'm not too sure if she's getting heat, but I don't know if she's getting X-Pac heat though. So with that, then Carmella made a comeback with a Luthez press. Carmella, she does the atomic drop. Yes, yes, yes. I love when I see the atomic drop. That's the best. She goes, and Carmella does get bonked on the outside. And finally, Carmella, congratulations, you kicked out of the Bayley to belly. However, Bayley didn't win because via dirty pin, which I didn't see, but everyone's like, boo, dirty pin. She had her feet on the ropes. So if people like full stadium saying feet on ropes, yeah, she probably had her feet on the ropes. So with this match, it was a good match. Carmella's so much improved. Bayley might be taking a couple of steps back. This is a ham sandwich of a match. And then we get to our main event of the evening. And folks, if you do not want to see what happens during TLC, skip this event. Spoilers! But we had Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
One fall.
This is a very aggressive Roman Reigns because if you remember what happened to him on SmackDown, he got dog food poured on him. Dog food! So Roman Reigns is very aggressive. He goes right after Baron Corbin, and he actually hit the drive-by too. Because again, one of those wrestling moves, a lot of wrestlers, every wrestler has that one wrestling move they like to go to, and it's neat the first time, but after that first time, everyone kind of figures it out and finds a way to avoid it. For Roman Reigns, that's the drive-by. He hasn't hit that in a while, but he hit it this time on Baron Corbin, which is good because he needed to do that. Baron Corbin then goes for the count out. He goes for the count out victory, beats him up. He actually does try to leave the ring for a while. He's like, I'm done with this. I hate this Daytona Beach crowd. They're a bunch of bombs. They can all go straight to hell. Well, no, he didn't say that, but that's the sentiment. So Baron actually goes for the count out victory a couple times by beating up Roman Reigns on the outside. And people in the crowd started to leave early, which is never a good thing. But it is that weird thing that happens, I think, only here in Daytona Beach. Don't understand the crowd. The crowd that remained though was enjoying the match, and they were calling spots. Superman punch, Superman. Hit the Superman punch, spear, 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 spear. Again, it's fun, and Roman Reigns is taking it too. He's like, yeah, they're calling my spots for me, making my job easy. So eventually Roman Reigns does win with a spear. Crowd goes bonkers. He's happy. This was a fun match. I hope for TLC they do have like a dog collar match, or they used to have like the leather strap match where they like attach people by the wrist and like you can't get away now. You're stuck to each other. Again, the double dog collar match is always fun. You're kind of stuck to each other. I think that was a staple of the Junkyard Dart JYD. Dun, 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 dun. But this was a really fun match. This was a good way to end the show. It was a cheeseburger of a match. Yeah, that was a cheeseburger match too. Okay, I'll stick it in there if I didn't already. So that was NXT Live here in Daytona Beach. Again, thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully, I won't get super copyright song because hopefully that crowd was loud enough where they couldn't figure out what music I was playing. Because I know I'm just kind of waiting for that. WWE's out to get Hobo Tom. And I'd like to thank everyone for watching again. Do not be that wrestling fan, because if you do not see that wrestling fan, you are that wrestling fan. Have a good night, folks, and I'll see you again